moving kinda new.
In the gambling world, there's all form of different vampires. Gambling vampirism is real. You better watch it. You might lose not just everything you have materially, but spiritually. You end up a zombie. Vampire, energy leech, also known as zombie. Don't be one.
And that's where we're at right now. Everything that we're looking at, America's trying to figure out which way to go. Grizzly smuggling. Here's an article about what I'm talking about. No, we don't make these things up. This actually happened. And that's who's running this country right now.
Political vampirism is real. It could be a good public servant, but that public servant acting as just a politician selfishly would make them a vampire.
People try to say, oh, well, I don't see color. When I look, I don't see. That's bullshit. You can't say,
yes,
I don't see color.
Peace, hotel, shalom, one love. It's the Metaphysical Life Coaching and Guidance Counseling, the MLCGC video tutorial series. These tutorials are designed specially for teenagers and young adults. Creator and lead practitioner David Dimitri Johnson. Blessings, peace, greetings, Hotep. One love. Healing is vital. You must have a conscious competence of breathing. Here are some metaphysical vocabulary.
Grief.
Deep sorrow, especially that caused by someone's death.
There is an idea about grieving that we go through 5 stages. The first stage is denial. Then comes depression.
It wasn't until I went through my grieving and my grieving periods for whatever I was grieving over at the time, that I went through that incompletion where I was able to complete that phase of my life. I had a lot of conflict and a lot of misunderstanding growing up in regards to my mother and why she was the type of mother that she was. A lot of times what we do...
Young ladies, be aware of what you're doing. Regardless of what you've already done, repent. We all suffer. And we need to be able to get relief from the pain in our heart that burns like a fire.
Hi, my name is Sherelle Moore, and I've had epilepsy since I was 12 years old, and I'm 23 now.
Suffering can come in many forms and can really drag you down. Breathing can be needed from suffering other than death. Don't forget to love those that need you, even if you don't know them. Good karma come back to you. Benevolence, beloved. It's ironic, but that I have to inform you of the passing on with her ancestors, our ancestors, of Sherelle Moore. Spiritual consciousness. What is?
Spiritual consciousness is very important in self-development, and it's very important for women as well. I know when I was growing up, that was something that I struggled with because the media, all they showed were negative images of women.
What is spirituality?
In general, it includes a sense of connection to something bigger than ourselves.
African and indigenous people ancestralism is interdimensionalism.
Usabati Pepe Jueshipsu. Usabati Teta Jueshipsu.
Extreme circumstances create extreme views. Yes, it's time to unite. Regardless of what religion, what cultural background, don't be afraid. How could getting back to nature better our people and heal our people?
While the closer that we get to nature and we get back into that oneness, it will get us back in contact with ourselves through Miyah.
You know, I think when we talk of this, I wonder a way out of this tragedy that happened to our planet that's bringing out the worst in the human race.
What's plentiful that's here is knowledge.
I have visions all the time, and I don't sleep that much, but I always have visions, and I even have visions while I'm awoke. I see things, but they're not illusions. I'm not crazy. I want to know, can you give me some advice on why do I have this ability? I've told people things that I had a vision about, and it happened. A warning or a good thing, bad thing?
That's not something, it's not an aberration. Your ancestors did it. They call it dream walking.
Category of functionality.
Infinite.
Having no limits.
Does education constitute spirituality?
Philosophy and spirituality to me is a way to connect with myself. Spirituality is a relationship with God.
Where you've come from and knowing where you're going. I wear this African symbol to basically illustrate my ancestry.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Islam as a way of life.
I think spirituality is getting in touch with your inner self.
Community love is very important for spirituality.
O se boloke, o se boloke, o se boloke, o se boloke, se chabasa, etu, se chabasa, Africa.
Dating doesn't start with courting. Courting is first. Courting is part of dating. Hey, courting is part of a relationship, but dating isn't a relationship. Stages and factors of intimate relationships are of most importance. I just contrasted and compared. A teenager goes through changes, hormones, always blaming on the hormones.
I've been involved in a therapeutic relationship. Unfortunately, I wasn't the one receiving the therapy. I was giving therapy to people.
Self-preservation. Everyone needs intimacy and trust. Attain the metaphysical life coaching and guidance counseling tutorial videos and the book Soul Ties Karmic Recall at soultieskarmicrecall.com.